Hello there, my YouTube family. How are you? This is a time that is very traumatic to many of you. It's a holiday. These are holiday season. And in this season, this is when some of you experience your most traumatic times, especially in the realm of economics. You find yourself totally devastated. The narcissist does everything they can do to make your life a living hell. And you try to talk about it, but on the inside, on the outside, it seems like they're doing what they're supposed to do. And then some of them that know the disdainment of the narcissism, the character, they won't even talk to you because they're saying, well, why don't you just leave them? If you're not that happy and you're not that satisfied, just leave. Don't sit there and complain. Leave, even though you may have 5 kids, even though you may have children, and you find it very difficult, and they don't understand because they don't have your predicament. They are not in your dilemma, and most folks don't know what it is to deal with a narcissist, someone who's been diagnosed or showing symptoms of NPD. NPD is diagnosed as incurable. It is an unchangeable personality trait, not even trait, character. It is the core essence of their being. It's how you can expect them to operate. And when a narcissist operate like that, they are without the proper empathy for any situation, the proper understanding, because everything about them is so self-expunged into who they are. Everything is calibrated about them, the timing, the system, the emotions, everything is about them. And once you take away from it being about them, you usually lose the narcissist. Excuse me. We're going to talk about financial upheaval during the holiday times, because the narcissist makes sure that your finances have been totally discredited, increased, totally disillusioned by you to think that you're going to host your own finances and to spend your own finances. What is financial abuse? Most people don't recognize financial abuse as a form of domestic violence. However, the court system is in recognition now that financial abuse is domestic violence, and there are elements in financial abuse. Financial abuse is to feel imprisoned, manipulated, dominated, controlled, threatened, violated, or molested with your finances. It divorces you from your finances. What do you mean divorce? It takes away your voice. You have no decision making process. Your voice does not matter. You do not have the liberty of free spending, even when you're buying groceries, you're paying bills. All of these things are dominant factors in financial abuse. When you are with the narcissist, let's talk about the holiday. We're going to talk about other things concerning financial abuse, because this is endless. And we will also discuss, what do you do about that in court now that it is recognized? When you are dealing with a narcissist and financial abuse, it is good to have hard copy. It is good to have a track record. It is good to have a forum where you have a historical account. You have facts that are filed. And what I mean by files, you can track it through social media. You can track it through bank statements. You can track it through phone conversation. You have evidence that things that there have been abuse in your finances. Like if they say they're going to pay the bill, make a log of them saying they're going to pay the bill, then find out the bill is not paid. Make a log that the bill was not paid. Then make a log that how you had to work extra hours to come up and pay that bill. Or the narcissist wanted to keep you from paying the bill, and so they became violent or abusive. And of course, when we're talking about the behavior molds and the personality trait of that narcissist, the class, not even the class, the school of that narcissist will let you know the behavior mold of that narcissist, because like a covert has a tendency to act different in many ways than a overt narcissist. A narcissist that is psychopathic, is different from a sociopath. An altruistic narcissist act different than a somatic narcissist. And then you have these different, a cerebral is different than, in some ways, than your covert or your somatic. So it does matter the type of narcissist, and they're going to unfold that element in the harassment and the abuse and the control of your finances. You probably are experiencing this quite indulgently with the character of the narcissist, the personality of the narcissist right now, because the narcissists know that this is the season that money is spent more than any other season except birthdays or Mother's Day. It is usually Christmas, because Christmas covers a dynamic or a amount of people that you usually don't, because birthday is one person, Mother Day is one person, but Christmas may be a family, families and friends and co-workers. So your money budget can go up. The narcissist intercepts that to make sure that you don't have money to spend on friends, or if you trading gifts for a co-worker, you almost have to hide the money to get the money to do this, because the narcissist want to manipulate you, isolate you in your finances. He wants to isolate you from the bank account, make sure that their name is on the bank account. The only reason your name is on the bank account, because if you're working, you have to put your direct deposit in the account, and the narcissists make sure they know what that deposit is. So in the initial, they are with you, they join with you, they are happy about you making your money in the account. They put their money in the account with you to find out how much money you're putting in the account, and they track that money over a period of time, so they'll know how much money you're putting in that account. And then the mass drop, where the control, the manipulation, the domination comes in, and you feel threatened by the narcissist, because usually hostility goes with the control element of abuse. They use dominance, they use force to get you to cower down to your own money, where you feel that you don't have rights to your own money, or you are threatened or afraid to step up to the plate because you're afraid of the consequences. And even if they use sex and love, this is the best sex you've ever had. I mean, they go through all of the motion. They take the time to make sure around payday, or you have an award system, they are different people. And because you already love them, because you're already in love with them, you are so easy to compromise the standard, to remove the blocks, to remove the boundaries, and cave in, subject and submit and surrender to what the narcissists want. Why? Because that made them happy, and they rewarded you for that. They came home for 2 weeks. They gave you all the attention for 2 weeks, and then you did it just like a person who took the first hit of crack or any other drug, or got drunk for the first time, or you just elated, you're flabbergasted with this. You are just elated and excited because you recall how it was when you were love bombed, how the narcissist gave you attention, how the narcissist loved you, how the narcissist wanted you, how the narcissist contact you, how the narcissist stayed in contact with you, how the narcissist text you. Well, payday, you notice, but it happened that the reward system is so good that it takes time for you to notice. And then when you notice, cognizant dissonance come in. You deflect it. You say, nah, I'm not going to think that. I'm enjoying this moment. So you enjoy the moment. Next thing you know, he has or she has a historical account that around this time their behavior changed. When you get a promotion, their behavior change. Or when somebody give you money, because we're going to talk about the different aspects of financial control. And I will be doing a series of blockbuster videos on finances, because every narcissist, no matter the grade, no matter the school, no matter what type they are going to deal with the financial element. And if you take finances and put it with a lack of empathy, concern, love, you are dealing with a real explosion. It can be dynamite. Many of you, the most miserable time is in holidays while everybody is feasting and festive. You are going through pure hell. And some of you are going to work. Some of you found out credit cards are in your name, or you get a reward system because of an accident. And when you get the reward system because of an accident, they dominate the money. You can't even spend the money. And then the money is gone. Anytime your family leave you an inheritance, they left your house, they move in the house, they take over the finances, then you're broke. And then a lot of this is because of servitude to the emotions that you're feeling for the narcissist, to the love that you're feeling for the narcissist. It is never reciprocated. It is never given back to you. This is not a two-way street. You always go down a one-way highway. Why? Because it's fast and it's one way. There's no turning around that is legal in the narcissist lifestyle. Is one way, and it's high speed, it's high climbing, it's a drop, and everything has to be done quickly. The narcissist usually, even if they got money, they can be very flamboyant. They can spend. Why? Because they want to impress. They like the intention of impressing. So the narcissist really becomes irresponsible when it comes to finances. You thought they were a cerebral, can be very responsible, but very selfish. And most narcissists are usually very selfish when it comes to finance, even if they allow you to trend a little bit for the sake of publicity stunts to make them look good. But usually the narcissist is selfish. And a lower narcissist can be very hostile. They can take over all of your finances. They'll take over your spending. They won't put your name on anything. They use force to bring you in subjection. They want you to go to work. And then the middle class narcissist, usually the lower middle class, may subject to you going to work. Okay, go to work. But some of them, if they need more control, they want your job. They don't want you to work. And there's a way of doing that. And especially if you have children. If you have children without working, you're usually going to suffer tremendously. You're going to go without things that are necessities to your household functionality and to the children. The narcissists don't care about that. They don't care if the children don't have diapers. They don't care if the children don't have milk. They don't care if the children don't have food, because they're too busy living it up. And because most of them are serial cheaters, they live it up outside of your home, and your home is destitute. They're dressed nice and you barely have the minimum. You can go down to floor mats. You can go down to water and bread. The narcissist will bring you to that if you don't set up boundaries, if you don't limit what they do, if you don't wake up to understand what is happening in your gallery, in your fort, in your home. It can be quite devastating. By the time you wake up, all you have is what you have left with you and the children. And then with you can be at a bare minimum, because the gaslighting, the devaluation, all of that subject itself in this financial bondage of domestic violence, trauma, and abuse. I know I've said a lot of things, and this is just the basics of the abuse of the narcissist and financial upheaval. I'm going to come back with several more videos. You're going to be amazed at what you hear concerning finances and what the narcissist could do, plan to do, strategize to do specifically against you. And it's even worse when you have an excellent job, you're a high caliber status on your employment, you're a high caliber status economically, you're a high caliber status in your education and in the elite association. All of this the narcissists use for them, and they will plant the time it takes to strip you little by little if you allow it. The thing to do is to wake up and summarize a report within you of what you will disallow and what you will, places you will not go. And when you set up boundaries, you have to be fortified in keeping those boundaries and not disillusioned by your emotions. Emotions can be a trap when you're dealing with a narcissist, especially a skilled narcissist sexually, emotionally, narcissist that is skilled in their ability of who they are. It can be tremendous. And the narcissist plan families, plan marriages, plan to move in, plan you into a tremendous indebtment. Anything that will covenant you to some serious, substantial obligations where it is not so easy for you to leave. Financial upheaval is prevalent with the narcissist, and anyone that's been involved with the narcissist know what I mean. Set your boundaries. Set your pace. Get a good support system. If necessary, get a good therapist. Get a psychiatrist, psychologist. Get on social media like videos like this one. Other videos, Dr. Carmen Bryan, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, Cluster B Free Caring, and other, the T on NPD, Dr. Rebecca Zahn, Dr. Romney. There is plenty of information that is out there for you to build you, to strengthen you, to uplift you, to make sure that you have the best source of information accessible to you that you can use. And it's going to take strength. It's going to take power. It's going to take you to be fortified, because when you are emotionally involved and so in love with a narcissist, the spirit of persuasion causes disillusionment. It can cause fog to your thinking, that what you would normally think astute, you have compromised it because of what you feel. And you don't know why you feel. It's almost like being under the spell of the narcissist, mesmerized by them. None of that is able to prevent a bona fide decision that you will not die, but you will live. And you will not live like this. Financial abuse is prevalent. So make a decision in the best interest of you, in the best interest of your children. Be careful who you talk to, because those that are close to the narcissist could be flying monkeys, even if they are family members, co-workers, business partners. Don't underestimate the narcissist. They will go to any lengths to get what they want. And they are extremists, and they are risk takers. Wake up. Maybe the holidays, with what you're going through, this could be your wake-up call. This could be the sound of the alarm. Can you hear it? And what are you going to do with it for you and your babies? I am Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper. It is always a pleasure and an honor to come to you. I'm going to bring many videos with this financial upheaval and malignancy that can be caused by the narcissist. because you can live, but you will have to make tremendous decisions, intricate decisions. Some of them are not easy. Some of them are very hard, but you have what it takes. You really do. I want you to write me at destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. I am a life coach. I've been a life coach for over 15 years. And so I want you to know that if you need a life coach, I am available. And all the names that I name, you are not alone and you're not by yourself. You can write me at destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. Leave your information and I will give you a call. And I will call you from my office and we can set up dates for us to talk about it. And let's interact and get some responses that are in you laying dormant to problems that you have, to victories that you can have, to conquering elements that are in you right now. I want you to know that you can write me and I will leave my information for you to contact me once you email me at destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. And those of you, remember, those of you that are listening to these videos, don't forget to subscribe to the video. Make sure you push that bell anytime I come on, and I come on live, and our lives are wow. And when I come on live, you will have a voice. I also come on Clubhouse with our YouTube family. So make sure that you are availed to all of those ports and you subscribe. And guess what? I'm going to see you on the next video. And remember, the end has not yet come until you win. I'll see you on the next video.